Okay, I want to address something. Hello, tap tap. Is anybody out there? Tapping on the microphone. I want to talk about cheapness and how it's a phenomenon now and how I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me want to stay celibate and single forever. I know, a great loss to humanity. But anyway, I was just watching this woman, and there's all these back and forth arguments about women doing tons of emotional labor for a dude who won't even share his fries with you. Or let you look at his phone or whatever, right? Like that they are shady, sneaky, and will spend money on, porn or going to the strip club or out with their bros, like bros and hoes kind of thing, right? On the other end of the spectrum, you have single moms struggling to feed a family of five on a can of beans and put gas in the car right now. So, wait, where's the balance? Where's the equality? Where's the what's the other word? The equity, right? The I don't know. It's all about value. What do you value, right? So, I think men will just spend their last dime or dollar to prove a point sometimes, but will they spend it to keep the people in their lives happy? Will they be actually generous, like without transactional kind of, trying to purchase your time, attention, and energy? Because we're not for sale. Like, even sex workers who are out there doing their thing, man, to try to survive and get by, like, you can't get our hearts, right? That's not for purchase. Okay. I'm just thinking of the concepts of the Roman Empire, which is like something that lives rent free in your brain and you think about it all the time. And it's a weird analogy, but that's a phrase. Well, my phrase now is my Taj Mahal, right? Because women were amazing in every way, shape, and form. And there was once a man who, for his lover and wife and his, the woman who won his heart, created the Taj fucking Hall. And now it's like pulling teeth to get a guy to open up and have a real conversation, to text, and call and show up and bring flowers and pull out chairs and pick up checks. Well, that's because feminism. You guys ruined everything with feminism. So chivalry went away when feminism arrived. Okay. All right. Fine. So feminism is one of the worst things to ever happen to women. Because we should be all still barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen and getting beaten and cheated on. Okay. All feminism is letting women own property and vote. Like, everybody else is extrapolated into this misandry. I don't know how to say that word because it's a dumb word. Misandry, misanthropy, whatever. Misandry. Man hating, right? We don't hate you guys. We let you live. We don't murder you. We don't rape you. Um, we say mean words to you sometimes, and that hurts your little feelings, your little princess feelings. Just saw one today. I'm on one, and I'm postmenopausal, so it's not my period. Are you menstruating? Is it your period? Are you getting your period? If I had $1 for every time someone asks me that, it's like, no, there's massive injustice and imbalance in the world, and it pisses me off all the time. Not just 4 to 7 days a month. Thank you very much. But anyway, I left the bleeds behind with the men because I don't know. I feel like women over 50, it's like we don't have much use for you anymore. And we can do our own stuff. And even if we're at a lesser pay grade than you, and we do more labor, there are guys out there who won't fucking share their fries, let alone a life, let alone the truth, let alone, um, they don't want to let their guard down for one fucking second to be vulnerable enough to be like, hey, I don't want you to hurt me. And I don't want to have to buy your affection. And so how do we do this? And it's like, well, you don't have to buy my affection, but you have to prove to me you're worthy of it, right? And prove it, prove it, prove it. I don't want to prove anything. Okay. Do you prove stuff at work? Do you prove stuff to your bro friends when you're on the golf course? You prove stuff all the time. You beat your chest all the time on the bro podcasts, So I'm no longer looking for anyone who is anything less than Taj Mahal devotion energy. I'm just not. And I have been an independent, self-sufficient woman for a great portion of my life. When I was younger, my dad was very generous. He would take all my friends bowling or roller skating or for pizza. And I mean, we were lower middle class. We did not have all kinds of money to throw around, but he wanted to make sure to give us great experiences. And then if you'd go to a little store, there was one I loved called the Strawberry Patch in Cape Cod. Get a little trinket for yourself. Get something that you like. Treat yourself. And we knew, that that was his way of showing love. Unfortunately, it was because he was a workaholic and was never around. So he would try to kind of buy our, good graces or whatever. So it wasn't always pure, but I will say it was in a way that, if I was in college or something and, struggling college student, he'd be like, "Do you have enough money for gas? Here's $40, Just like, how did men stop considering women's needs? Or how did they start considering us as an inconvenience and an expense rather than the light of their existence and the love of their lives? Is it because we got sassy? Like now you don't want to pay for basic needs or help us with bills? Oh, you just want to be a whore. You want to be a prostitute. You want to sell your pussy for rent. No. Where did that come from? Come on now. I'm enough of a modern feminist and an old fashioned woman hybrid, and I know I'm not alone in this, that thinks, I'm not going to be your maid, your slave, or, yeah, your nurse, your nurse or your purse, right? I just think women don't need men. Men need us. We want you sometimes, although that's changing. That's starting to shift. But yeah, Taj Mahal, okay? The Roman Empire thing, I always thought, well, why would you want to, think about the collapse of a civilization? Well, here we are again. History repeating. And so I would never want to be with a cheap man. And I mean emotionally cheap, mentally cheap, spiritually cheap. He can't support your endeavors, your dreams. He can't be there for you when you have to go to the hospital for a surgery. He can't even, take you to the airport or take you on a trip or buy you jewelry or take you for dinners. Like, I know my mom had those things and she wasn't totally happy. So it's not the things and the stuff, it is the experiences and the vibes. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. My mom put in her time as kind of a horrible phrase, but trophy wife. Then she one day wanted to go back to college and finish her degree. So without even consulting my father, who she had been supporting, through his career to get his PhD and everything, just went and plunked down enrollment deposit money at Mass College of Art so she could, finish where she had left off before she had a husband and children, because that actually delays women, detours them, and gives them less earning power in the world at large, So yeah, emotional labor should be calculated. We should stop dating them. We should start invoicing them, and we should, let the men who want to do all this 50-50 crap go be with other men. Because that's what you really want, bro. You want your other bros, and you want your hoes. You don't actually want a wifey for lifey. And you wouldn't even know what to do with her if you met one. So, so don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. Be generous with your time, your affection, your energy, your love, your words, your touch. Be generous. And if you can't be generous, stay the fuck away from us. How about that? Because we do too much and we're tired and we're burnt out on your cheapness and on your deception, the sneakiness and the lies and the sideways communication and the round and round we go. Am I sitting here saying I hate men and I need to be treated like a queen? A little bit. A little bit now. He's got to be so special and so magical and have a great working penis, and I don't need him to be my ATM either. That's, creator is my source and supply. But if you're going to be weird and nickel and dime life and complain about money stuff, like, you don't deserve to bask in the light of a radiant woman. The end. You haven't earned it, you haven't proven it, and you aren't consistent. And you don't continue to woo your woman, bringing home flowers here and there, taking her out, and not out of guilt because you're talking to 10 other people, men and women. There's this dating coach, Canada's dating coach, and I really enjoy her stuff. And I wish I'd found her 30 years ago. But basically, she says these DL men are out there in the bushes and the bathrooms with other men, potentially bringing home diseases to women. So we risk our lives to be with you. You should pay. Okay, and you should do it with a smile on your face. Don't be so sad. What's the matter? Smile, baby. Smile, bitch. You bitch, you. This is the shit we hear all the time. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd. What happened to romance? They say men are the true romantics and women are transactional. Bullshit. And if we are, it's because we have had to multitask while you guys have been able to go and play. We have had to do the hard emotional work while you guys, yeah, sometimes you do the dirty work and the hard, heavy lifting, but that's even becoming more rare. And these Princess Diva, you know, poet, troubadour, whatever, nothing against poetry. I love it. But like you're all talk. Where is the walk? Where is the cock? Where is the back it up, brother? Okay, that's my rant for today. I know you love my cunty rants. They're so fun for you. They can be triggering, they can be informative, they can be obnoxiously mocking, and they can also be true. So take what you like, what works for you, what catalyzes you, what reinforces the good qualities you already have, and double down on that. If you're going to double down on shit, don't do it on pranky, punky crap and immature juvenile garbage. Do it on being who you say you are and who you pretend to be, right? And like I said, we don't need you, we wanted you. And that's changing too. What we now want is a full life where we don't have to tiptoe around a man's ego ever. Because why would we? We don't have to do that anymore. Our moms, aunties, and grandmas did it. We're not doing it. We're just not. So I guess stay lonely or whip out your wallet and your penis. And it's not that we see you only as those things, but if you're not bringing those things to the table, what are you bringing to the table besides petulance, brattiness, and immaturity? Not interested. Swipe left. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.